Hello everybody, welcome. I'm going to do a quick reading into today's energy. I'm doing this reading on September 11th, 9/11. However, whenever you find yourself to this message, if it's resonating for you, then take the messages that are for you. I wanted to just give everyone a little bit of a heads up. This is powerful energy we are embarking on, we are experiencing now in the collective throughout the week as we move into the next new moon, which will be a powerful new moon, also a super moon as the moon is close to Earth still. And I wanted to just give you a heads up to be mindful of what is known as in the Sioux tribes, the Lakota and Dakota tribes of Native American tradition. It is known as the Heyoka, or the jester, or the trickster energy. That is very prevalent at this time, and it's a great teacher, a great way to learn and understand your own discernment, your own intuition, because it will hook you in with either some bits and pieces of the truth or resonance, but then there's other parts of the energy that will either try to reel you into a new into something that may be not in alignment with you. And this is the test. Are you in tune with your senses enough and your inner knowing to be in alignment with whatever the energies, the trickster energies, are leading you towards? Whether it be, it's usually in the thoughts, in the minds, but it can also come through as from an actual person or experience. So we're going to get into a couple cards, just doing a short read today for us all. I'm going to start with the Shamanic Healing Oracle cards. So I hope everybody's doing well in this energy. I will be doing the Zodiac at some point this week when I am guided. I've been doing some lives, and I might be doing a lot more of them as we are embarking in some very new energy and new territory. And it's important for us to stay connected to each other as we are each elevating in frequency, in energy. So you may be noticing it in the sensations throughout your body and some of your dreams, or not sleeping at all. There's a lot of different, we'll call them ascension symptoms. People call them ascension symptoms because we are ascending to new levels of frequency. And when we do, we have these interesting physical and emotional and psychological and psychic experiences. All right, tapping into the collective energy of masculine energy and creativity. Wanted to peek out. I'm going to put them back because I haven't even shuffled the deck fully yet, but the masculine energy, what are we creating? What are we inclined to do? Put our energy and focus towards that we are creating. Be mindful of the trickster energy. Know yourself. Know where you want to be. Know what you want to experience. And if it does not sit right with you, if it's pulling you in because there's a resonance, there's a truth there, but there's also something that doesn't sit quite right with you, then it's time to take a pause and really take a deep look. Like, does this feel right? Is this that Heyoka? Is this that trickster energy? All right, what is the message for us all, please? Okay. First card out, we have discernment, and that is the test to discern. I'll read it from the book, but to discern is to use all of your senses. What does your gut tell you? What does your heart tell you? What is your third eye, your crown, what does it all tell you? Because the mind will get looped into these trickster energies. Mental activity is probably going bonkers for many people right now. Mercury is pretty much at a standstill just about, because as a planet is in retrograde, Mercury will be stationing direct in just a few days. It slows down more and more and more and more, comes to a standstill before it starts to move in the direction that it usually does. And we have integration. Very important also. You see the serpent there. Important that we are also integrating the lessons, the knowledge, the wisdom that we have gained on our journey thus far, our deep inner knowing, our trust in the unknown. A lot of us have had experiences that you just can't make it up, but they don't always make logical sense, right? So we are not relying on our logical mind at this time. We are being asked to rely on our discernment and our spidey senses, our psychic senses. I'll read from the book as well. As spiritual, physical, and energetic beings, we oftentimes blur the lines between our energy, the energy of a situation, and the energy of another person. When we take on other people's energy and label it as our own, we start to judge. This lowers our energetic vibrations. We then get caught up in a seemingly never-ending cycle of feeling bad, labeling, justifying, and appropriating what is not ours to claim. The lesson here, as in the previous card, is to be present, not label or judge, and let the energy, feeling, wash through you. Once you do this, notice where in your body you feel the effects of the emotion. Does your heart open up? Does your belly hurt? Does your throat get tight? Your head can lie to you, but your body never does. It's easy to become overwhelmed. Make a habit of making your first response to overwhelming energy, wow, that's interesting, instead of, what's wrong with me? This allows you to objectively discover how and why your body is reacting to the given situation or person. This card is asking you to stop looking outside yourself for answers to an issue. Instead, sit with it and listen to what your body is telling you. The body will be talking through the psychic senses, because in this Heyoka, in this trickster energy, it's going to throw the mind into many different old patterns. So pay attention to that too, if you're conscious enough to see your patterns, your mental patterns and your belief systems, your judgments, all of that thing. But listen to the body. Many are probably having chest pain, heartache, tight throat. The body is constricting, and I've been hearing a lot of digestive issues, also ascension symptoms. But the stomach, the gut is more intelligent than the brain. The whole body is more intelligent when it comes to discernment than the brain. Our brain is a receptor, it's a computer. It is picking up on all of the energies, including the trickster energies that are coming through right now. Okay. Integration. Number 33. Numbers have been very important to not only pay attention to what the numbers are, but pay attention to, again, what you're feeling, sensing, what that thought was when you see that the number 444, 333, 222, 1111, 111, all of the number 144, all of the different number patterns that may have been repetitive for you. It's your own higher self or the universe's way of saying, hey, check that out. Pay attention. This is either an important message or this is an important pattern to recognize within yourself. Integration. We are a sum of all of our experiences in this and other lives. We bring forward a wealth of knowledge, talents, and wisdom. One of the challenges is remembering who we are. We are bombarded every day, in every way, with messages on who we should be, what we should do, what we should wear, how we should live. These messages come from the media, society, our family and friends, and even strangers can drown out who we really are meant to be, who we have grown into lifetime after lifetime. Find some quiet moments in your day to identify and start a relationship with that small, strong voice inside of you. Pretty soon, you won't hear the other messages. Many times in your interactions with others, you hear that small voice that tells you something is not right. Your logical mind tells you to stop it. Nothing's wrong. Stop being silly, dramatic, overreacting. You may ignore your inner voice in a quest to fit in, to be loved or admired. You do not realize that your inner voice is warning you that the other person's energy is not matching their words or actions. Listen to your instincts about this situation or person. Heyoka, trickster energy. Pay attention. Pay attention to how you're feeling the vibration. Someone's words are not matching up to their energy or their actions. Red flag. Any red flag right now, stop, pause. Okay, universe, I see that trickster energy. Okay, what are you really testing me on? What are you really telling me here? It's a test. It is a test. Feminine energy at the bottom, asking us to use our intuitive senses. Flow with this energy. Try not to control anything because you cannot control this energy. We can't control energy anyway. I mean, we can try, but really be receptive. Pay attention. Read in between the lines and listen to the body's senses. Okay. Whew. We're going to keep this short, but I do want to pull a card or two also from, well, we're going to pull a couple tarot. All right. What is the message for us all today in this current energy as I'm doing this reading? There's a lot of newness, a lot of potentials that are opening up for many. Trust that. If it feels good, trust it. If it does not feel right, or if there's a red flag there, then and your body will tell you if your brain is, because we're also going to get hit in areas that we may be in need of something or have desperately wanted something so badly. This is when the Heyoka comes in to test you. Is this what you wanted? It looks like it. It sounds like it. It smells like it, but does it feel like it? Is it really what it is that you were looking for? It's got to be all or nothing in this energy. So pay attention. Pay attention. Pay attention. Because the portal of all infinite possibilities is opened up. And there's a lot. Infinite. Right? So we don't want to go just grabbing whatever seems right at that time. What we should do, the shoulds. Don't should yourself today. Oh, come on, let's shuffle. All right. Okay. Powerful energy. Powerful energy. Seven of materials on that bridge, bridging the gap between the worlds, I'm hearing. Bridging the gap between the past and the future. We're at that bridge, that portal opening. Take your time, this card is saying. Pay attention. She noticed her shoelace is untied. She's going to stop and make sure that she ties it, that she's safe. She's also taking time to appreciate this moment on the bridge. The flowers are beautiful. But it is very important to pay attention to everything, but most importantly, how you feel. I mean, oh, death. Look at that. There's that window, that portal. See the cosmos, the stars, that opening. We're walking through it. Going through a massive transformation, death. And what is dying? The old us that didn't trust our senses, that just jumped to conclusions or jumped to what? A lot of us are going to be tested on what we are either deeply, deeply wanting or desperate for, because there's a lot of fear in the air also. So pay attention. Know that you're going through a metamorphosis and a transformation. This is a giant cosmic test. Temperance. Pay attention. I keep hearing pay attention. Balance. Temper your energy. Slow down. Slow down. And really, like, emotions are running high. Energy's running high. We're in these waves. So today I'm feeling the wave go down. Not like it's down, emotional down, but it's down like we're downloading information, and then we're going to go up. We're going to upload information, download information, upload information. So you want to remain balanced, stillness within, temperance. Okay. Oh, big message. Okay. This I experienced yesterday. Exes coming up, old karmic lessons and people and experiences that you've had from the past. Certain experiences that have not been resolved fully, but we've moved on. We've moved on from. They may be reappearing in your actual physical experience, or just in your dreams, in your psychic senses. I've been having a lot of that come up in my psychic senses with certain energies and people, entities that were running through people. Understand that too. I did a live the other day speaking of this, of how I see it when this happens to every human being, when we're unconscious, when our frequency dips down in the low frequencies of, sadness, guilt, shame, blame, all of the lower frequencies. We are a sponge for these darker energies and entities to get in. If you're under the influence of other substances, alcohol, drugs, or if you're under the spell of the influence of the internet and video games and all these things, these darker energies and entities get in, and we're not even aware of it. I use the analogy of scuba diving. When you go too deep, it's called nitrogen narcosis. When you go too deep, you suddenly you get confused as to what's up and what's down, and you don't even know it. That's why it's important to dive with a buddy. Anyway, this is where we don't really want to blame the other people, but we have been hurt. Or we have just had experiences with other people where they just suddenly, when the light exposes these dark energies or entities, it wants to hide, it runs away, it escapes. So a lot of people got hurt. And we also try to escape or eclipse those darker energies. But they have hit a pain point on purpose. It's also for our growth and evolution to open up those childhood wounds and start to heal that healing process. But a lot of us are experiencing this nostalgia or just this pullback or the past coming back to life because we're spiraling back around to past experiences with other people that have either eclipsed us out or we eclipsed them out. I experienced that yesterday really intensely, and it can, you know, whatever it brings up, it's important to acknowledge that and process that, but don't hold on to it for dear life and identify with it or build a story. Just let the emotions come up and come out, and then like, okay, then we can move on. Page of Emotions. Queen of Emotions, beautiful. Because what's coming next, this transformation, this transformation, what's coming next is our soul tribe, those connections that we are meant to have for the next cycle, the next leg of the journey, that are of resonance, that are in alignment to us, that are supportive, and these are divine connections. You see the Trinity here, that we can share our downloads and we can uplift each other, have fun, play with each other. These are connections from the heart. These are people that you may not have met them yet, or maybe you have for some, but you haven't fully connected yet. You know them from another time, another lifetime. It's like complete deja vu. It's a very deep resonance. And that's what we are being prepared for. So slow down, pay attention. We have the Wheel of Fortune at the bottom. The cycle is turning. The wheel is turning. So good things to come. But as the good, we also have to take whatever is unresolved karma, big cycle, big cycle. But remember, new moons are new, fresh starts, new beginnings. All right, we'll get one last message for us all to wrap this up. If you are liking this video, please click that like button. Don't forget, I know it's hard to remember sometimes, but it is really important to keep the videos in circulation on YouTube with the algorithm. So I appreciate all of you who do. It's the thumbs up button behind below the video. And if you're new and you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Welcome. And feel free to comment. I'd love to read all of your comments. And I'd like to see, how everybody's kind of surfing the waves of this energy right now. Because a lot of us in the live that I did, I've been feeling something is happening. Big change is happening. But this is good. Usually when something really amazing is about to open up, a potential of amazing is about to open up, all hell breaks loose. All chaos breaks loose. And our deepest fears are brought up. And I almost got into a car accident today. Somebody just pulled out right in front of me. Good thing I was paying attention and going slow. And it's really important to do that. To really go slow and pay attention. The universe is speaking to us, and so are all the other energies, okay? All right, last message for us all, please. All right, thank you. Interesting card. The card is obedience. And right off the bat, I see that she's blindfolded, holding the scales of justice and a sword, standing on a pedestal of sorts. Obedience. Let's see what it says in the book. I haven't read from these cards since I think last Halloween. This is the Wisdom of the House of the Night. I've been guided to pull out old decks I have not read from in a long time. That's fun. All right. What rules are you considering when you ask your question? You will be sorry if you are going to break a rule that is in place to protect you and others. Even though you may not like authority right now, this is the time to obey what has already been set in motion. This is the time to learn the lay of the land and to follow the customs that keep things in order. Learn the steps of the dance before you attempt to change them to suit you. There are rules for everything. The sun rises and the moon sets, and they dance together in perfect steps. And what I'm hearing very, very strongly is this isn't, I mean, it could be Saturn energy for some people, but this is higher. What rules of your own are you thinking about breaking? Are you going to fall for a trickster energy to break a part of you that doesn't want to do it, what the trickster energy is pulling you into, or doesn't want to think, where the trickster, the Heyoka, is trying to lure you into? Stay present. Become that sovereign being. Stay in your heart. Stay strong. This energy will pass. Know yourself and know what it is that you do want and desire for yourself and your loved ones in this lifetime. And do not sacrifice. Do not fall for the Heyoka. That is the message that I have for us all this week. If you do fall for it, by the way, it's okay. You learn a lesson. There are never any wrong decisions, wrong moves. They are just lessons. We're in Earth School, so have fun with the energy too. Try not to be so tight, uptight, and rigid and afraid, because that is asking those energies to come and taunt you. So elevate yourself, stay on your high vibe, surf those waves, learn to balance, temper yourself through this, and we will get through this pass into something much more magical, mystical, and beautiful. That's what I have for us all. Sending you all out so much love. Take care. Bye.